good morning, everybody. It's Justin here for Awakening Aesthetics, and I just wanted to make a video quickly to talk about the power of silence and the importance of silence and what it can do for your life and the benefits that you can actually attain. I've got a little like selfie stick today, so I'm gonna try this out, but just to see how wobbly this is. But yeah, so if you pay attention right now, it's quiet. The birds are out this morning. I get up pretty early, and the reason I get up early is so that I can enjoy that silence time. I'll get up at like 5:30 or 6, depending on, sometimes 6:30. But I get up and then I can be at peace and read my books and stuff to get clear and set my intentions for the day. And only in silence can you really get clear about what you want to accomplish in that day. But also, the power of silence, something that will help your life the most. That's what's wrong with today's age, is that we've trained our brain to be in a constant need for attention and thoughts, and the lack of silence. So most people actually have a hard time being in silence or even sitting still, and that's how you know you need it the most. So if that's you, then you should start to learn how to deal with that silence and appreciate that silence, because in the silence, that's when you receive the voice and the messages from your higher self, and also how you get really clear in your life. Because if you're like, I used to live in town, and it was always highways and traffic and people and the energy of people. So it was really hard to get clear and hard to have that silence that I was seeking. So I actually had to leave town in order to get that silence, just so I could get clear on where I was going, because I used to have a lot, like when I was in a busy environment, I always had a sense of being lost, or I always felt like I was lost. It's because I was always being bombarded by noises, cars, people, etc. So once I actually got to the land, that's when all these ideas and all these things, then I had to deal with being quiet, of course, and train myself how to adapt into that silent environment. But oh boy, it's so healing, because that's how you connect to, like I said, you step out of your ego when you're in silence and you know how to quiet your mind. The power of, then you are able to bring in the thoughts from your higher self, which is your soul, and who you really are. And it's kind of hard to understand this depending on your level of development, but how, like, it's hard to, like, when you think about, like, how I say that the higher self, like, you speak as if it's another entity, because it really is. Like if you pay attention, there's like two main voices that you can listen to, and then there's like, so you got like your ego, which is like the false self, the created self in this reality, because it's what keeps us alive. Like, it's super important for our survival. Our ego is really important. But if you quiet that noise, the talk of the ego and the noise around everywhere else, then you can tap into who you really are. And then once you tap into that, then you're getting knowledge from source. So if you have like a gut feeling to go do this, and or you're called to do something that you know, maybe it won't even make sense sometimes, but it's good to go with that gut feeling or that intuition, or whether it's a voice, depending on your development. But sometimes it can just be a feeling and an urge to do something. And you get that in the power of silence. And by being silent and paying attention to your breath and then, nature, get out in nature and the animals, then that's when you get really, really clear. And it will help your work, it will help your stress levels. It's going to help all these aspects of your life. And when I say silence, it's not only important to be in a silent time. So like when I used to live in town, I had Sunday. Sunday was a quiet day in town. And it was good. So I'd go out on those evenings, on the Sunday evenings, because I knew that it was quiet. So if you live in town, that's when you can do that. But also, what I looked forward to the most was getting out of that town or the city that I lived in, which was really noisy. And most of you guys live in cities and towns, which is cool. But by getting out of that town or that place once a week, you're going to excel your evolution and your awakening process, because you're going to start learning how to read the energy of that silence. And by going out of town, you're not just getting the silence of hearing, like the quiet. You're getting a silence of energy, because we're being bombarded by the energy of other people, because we're connected to all people and all things. So when they're near you, it's like a contagious energy. So it can also affect your ability to get clear and be silent. So by getting out away from people as well as being in a silent environment, that's when you'll get the most benefits in the power of silence, because you'll be able to get clear and clear off those energies and tap into what you want to be tapping into. This is going to help your life, guys. It's helped mine tremendously over quite a few years. I've been implementing this for quite a while, and our world is highly stressed, so that I would encourage you guys to start doing this on a regular basis. Go for a walk, even early in the morning. I get that silent time every day. It's super important. But if you get up early before everyone even wakes up, you can go out and walk and listen to the birds and stuff like that wherever you are, and receive the benefits of that silence before you go out and make a lot of noise in the day. Like right now it's still my morning, but I'm going in to get everything put together to go out and attack my day. And because I gave time for silence, I'm actually going to have a way more productive day, a more enjoyable day, a more clear day, and I have better direction because I gave myself time. This is the best way to be in touch with who you really are, through your heart, through your soul and your higher self. And the best way to learn about the ego, detach from the ego, and realize that you have everything that you need. It's already inside you. You don't need to look. All you gotta do is look inside yourself. All the answers are there. So I hope this video helped you guys. Have a beautiful day. Enjoy the power of silence, stillness, and get really clear and change your life. I hope it helps your life, expands you, and keeps you growing the way you want, and let your dreams manifest. Because your dream matters. So I believe in your dreams. I don't care what it is. And there's always new dreams to attain after you achieve one dream. But go for your dreams, because that's your heart, that's your higher self. It's not so much of an ego dream. So do what you love, and keep doing what you love, and I'm here for you. So have a beautiful day. Enjoy.